Okay, guys and girls, this is how the plot's looking at the moment. We're going to scale it down a little bit, the original brassica cage, but it's going to be the size of this one, but the same sort of width. So these are 16 foot by about 12 foot. It's going to be, but this is the before shot. We're going to go down to here, and then that area basically is going to be the netted, and then I'm going to get some outside beds there where we're going to be growing up the sweet corn and stuff like that. But yeah, it's time to get cracking. Wish us luck. I'm going to rearrange the beds. Alright guys, so this is where we're at so far. I had to go and get all the wood, which I'll show you in a minute. Got plenty of 2x2 wood, or the metric equivalent, 2 inches by 2 inches. And I couldn't fit it in the car. 2.4 metres will not fit in the car. So what I have done is I've got them to cut it down. But as you can see, at the moment, the bed is now 4.2 metres in length, not 4.8 metres. It's 4.2 metres in length, and the offcuts I've kept to make these little sort of like hangman's brackets there. You see, they're like 45-degree supports. I'm going to be using them for that. Cut 45-degree angles, opposing 45-degree angles, and that will give it more stability up at the top and the bottom. But those pallet collars are ace. Unfortunately, we've only got 4 of them, so I've put those ones in now. There is another one down there that's a little bit broken up. We've got all the wood, all the dimensions of the wood, but as actual pallet collars, we only had the 4. But I think they're ace because they're deep. They're quite deep, those. I bet that's 10 inches deep, that bed. And it'll be filled with all kinds of natural goodness, that. Of course, because I've narrowed the beds, them beds used to come out to about there on that side, and they came out to the on this side about 10 or 12 inches further that way on that side. But I've widened that. That's a 26-inch path, that 26 inches wide, 26 inches wide, and it follows this bed, so that I've got me 3.5 feet on this side of the fence, and that 3.5 feet following that will be all the way down. I need a bit of extra room there, you see, because I've been moving the old beds, taking them out and moving them, because they're not quite square and plumb anyway, these. So they're going to be moved about, shifted over, taken out. I'm going to be replacing it with the pallet wood, which again, it's a treated wood, and it's good stuff. It's a good inch thick, that. But the old stuff is not going to go to waste. I am going to sort of rescue what I can of the old wood. Although it's been in now for what, 6 or 7 years, that. I'll see what I can do with it. I'll brush it all off and try and dry it all out and see what we can do with that. Because I don't like wasting anything if we can get away with it. But yeah, so I've made sure that they're all sort of straight and level. But because of the fall, the path falls away by about 6 inches from this top end to down there where that little pea cage is. Now, I'm not going to go as far as that pea cage. I'm going to be about 2 or 3. There's Brenda. Hi, hello. I'm going to be about 2 or 3 feet further this way, because these are being turned round. These central ones are being turned round. These 4 foot by 6. They're being turned round, and they're going to come this away. So essentially, I'm going to have a kind of 10 foot by 6 foot bed altogether. Or am I? No, I'm not. I'm going to have a 10 foot by 4 foot bed going this way. In the middle, big wide path so I can get my wheelbarrow up and down on the inside of them. But the beds are going to sort of end around about here. At the end of that. And then, so that bed's going to be sort of cut in half, more or less. So there's going to be a wide path there. It'll just be the business, that. It'll just be the business, that. Really will. Hopefully. It's going to be slightly longer down the plot than it is wide, and the width is 4.2 meters wide, and then it's probably going to be about 5 meters long. I hazard a guess at about 5 meters long. Okay. I couldn't build it quite as big as I wanted to. I wanted to bring it down to here and have another 2-foot path there, you know, so it meets up with that, the end of that, but it's just a little bit too big according to the guys on the committee. That's the height of it. I've just put the first pole in there, if you look, and that's the same height as the one next to it, because that's what I said I'd do. I'd make it the same height as the one next to it, which is what I've done. But because of that drop off, that's going to be not as far in the ground when it gets to this point as it is there. It's about a 6-inch drop off between there and there. So that's in the ground by 6 inches. It's only going to be in the ground, probably not in the ground, to be honest with you, that. It's just going to be attached like it is, because they're both double screwed. They're double screwed into the new bed. So on either side, I've put screws, can you see? I've put screws either side. It's difficult because I'm twisting my arm there, it's hurting my wrist. I've been bang at it today. So there's 2 screws on that side, 2 screws on that side. It's all straight and plumb. I see you wondering if it is. It is. I've had the spirit level to it, and it's the same height as the other one. Yeah, more or less, give or take. It's about the same height as the other one, which gives you plenty of headroom when you're going inside, plenty of room for the beans and stuff to grow on the peas that you're going to be planting inside the netted tent. Sun's going down now. Took us about 2.5 hours to collect all the wood because I had to take about 3 trips. I think it was 3 trips I took. But all together, I'll take you up to the top now, guys. All together, I got 45 2.2 metre lengths there. If I've got my tape measure on me, I can show you what that is in old money, you know, in the Imperial. Just bear with us a sec, guys. So that's a little over 82.5 inches, basically. And that's a wheelbarrow full of the 30 centimetre offcuts. So as I say, like 45 degree opposing cuts will be made into them, so you can get this carry on going on. Excuse the bright light behind. That's God's light. That's the sun. It's great. Not seen him for ages. Don't know where he's been hiding. He's back now with a vengeance. It's been great today. It's been lovely down here today. Well, that, do you get me? That's going to be the setup, if you like, giving it that strength. And there'll be some going in at the bottom as well, because I've got loads of them. I've got 45 of them. But yeah, around about every 120 centimetres or so, we're going to be having the uprights. So the uprights will go up. Here's your first one, this one, and then your next one's going to fall about here, and then your next one's probably going to fall around about here, and so on and so forth. And then we're going to have some in the middle as well going up for some central support, because if you can see, this is going to be quite a lot bigger than this. It's going to be about 1.5 times the width of that ish, probably about 2.5 actually, about 2.5 times the width of that, yeah, down there. So we're going to have that sort of central support going all the way down, and in the middle as well, probably around about every 2 meters in the middle we'll have an upright. So I think I've got enough, because they're going to go up there. There's going to be, I've put 2 down on there, 2 of the 2.1 lengths on there, so I know it's 2.2. And can you see where it falls just inside your bed? That's what you want. So they'll be like sat on top. Yeah, they'll be sat on top of these uprights as beams going across. All right, but also we're going to have to the reason we've done that is so we leave space for when we're stapling on. So you'll have that sort of inch there of the timber. When the netting goes on, you'll have that to staple to at the bottom, and then over the top of that goes that little 2x1 there. In fact, it's not that, is it? It's probably about 30 millimetres, something like that, by 15 millimetres, and that just finishes it. It just finishes it off, and it helps to keep the net tight as well. But it's stapled first, and then they go on. But that's all to come over the weekend, that, guys. I'm hoping we can get the majority of this done this weekend, so I can get my brassicas in next week. So be it if we can, but we'll see what we can do this week. Chris is coming down this weekend. He's coming down, giving us a lift with the timber work tomorrow, so that should be good. So there you have it. So far, that's where we're up to. Another fabulous day down in Eden today. It's been brilliant. It's been nice. But I'm back on tomorrow with Chris, and we can get some proper joinery done, or basic joinery. It's not that difficult really to build these, you know. You've just got to sort of prepare in advance, which I didn't get a chance to do. I was going to get some wood from work, but I decided to get it myself. If I need any more, there is some there. There's some more 2x2 there. But this is the treated stuff. This is the tannalised wood, which tends to last quite a bit longer than your plain sawn. I think it's rough sawn wood we use. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care of yourselves and each other. You've been brilliant, fantastic, and beautiful. If you're a lady. If you're a gentleman, you've been masculine, forthright, and virile. How's that? And if you've been something in between, you've been something in between. And we love you all. Stay tuned. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, so you don't miss another exciting episode with me, Guru Mafinda, down here in Eden on the Little Farmer's Farm. Bye bye now, boys and girls. Take care.